The quantum beacon. The quantum signal first appeared as a whisper, a faint tremor in the vast electromagnetic spectrum that most would have dismissed as cosmic noise. But Dr. Nalini Sharma was not most researchers. Her fingers danced across the holographic interface, carefully parsing each microscopic fluctuation that emerged from the deep space receiver. "Commander Reese," she called out, her voice steady but charged with an unmistakable excitement, "you're going to want to see this." Dravid Reese moved across the research station's command center, his weathered space explorer's eyes narrowing as he studied the cascading data streams. Unlike the younger scientists around him, Reese had learned to read between the lines of raw information, to sense the subtle narratives hidden within complex patterns. The signal was unlike anything in their extensive astronomical database. It didn't conform to natural electromagnetic radiation patterns. Instead, it pulsed with a precise, almost intentional rhythm, mathematical, calculated, impossible to be random. "It's structured," Nalini muttered, more to herself than to Reese. "These aren't just random energy waves. There's intelligence behind this transmission." The quantum beacon, as they began to call it, defied conventional understanding. It originated from a region of space previously considered a void, an area so remote that no terrestrial or known extraterrestrial civilization had ever mapped it successfully. Days of intense analysis followed. Nalini and her team worked in shifts, decoding, analyzing, cross-referencing. The signal contained complex quantum entanglement signatures that suggested not just communication, but a form of information transfer that transcended traditional electromagnetic communication. On the seventh day, something changed. The signal transformed, no longer a passive transmission but an active invitation. Embedded within its quantum structure was what could only be described as a coordinate system, precise, intricate, pointing definitively toward a specific spatial location. "It's an invitation," Reese said, his voice a mix of skepticism and wonder. "They want us to come to them." Nalini nodded, her mind racing with the implications. First contact scenarios had been theoretical discussions for decades. Humanity had long wondered about extraterrestrial intelligence, but this was different. This wasn't a passive search or a distant radio signal. This was a deliberate, targeted communication. The quantum beacon carried more than just spatial coordinates. Encoded within its complex structure were what appeared to be diplomatic protocols, technological specifications, and what Nalini could only interpret as cultural context markers. A representative from the Global Space Exploration Council arrived within hours. Zara, a diplomat with an enigmatic background, listened intently to the team's findings. Her response was measured, professional, but with an underlying current of anticipation. "We've been preparing for this moment," Zara stated. "Not just as a potential first contact scenario, but as a critical juncture in human exploration." The decision was swift. A specialized mission would be assembled, a team of the most skilled researchers, linguists, technologists, and diplomatic experts. Their goal: to follow the quantum beacon's invitation and make humanity's first deliberate, organized extraterrestrial diplomatic engagement. As preparation began, Nalini couldn't shake a sense of profound transformation. This wasn't just about discovering alien life. This was about redefining humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The quantum beacon continued to pulse, a silent, mathematical invitation waiting to be answered. Crossroads of civilizations. The interstellar transport vessel Horizon hummed with a mixture of anticipation and tension. Lieutenant Elena Rodriguez studied the communication interface, her fingers tracing the intricate quantum encryption patterns that had become her primary focus since the beacon's discovery. "Incoming transmission," she announced, her voice cutting through the quiet of the research deck. "It's not like anything we've seen before." Professor Kenji Watanabe approached, his xenolinguistics expertise pushed to its absolute limit. The transmission wasn't just a language, it was a complex tapestry of mathematical concepts, cultural context, and what seemed to be simultaneous multidimensional communication. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing a figure that defied traditional understanding of sentient beings. Voron, the alien diplomatic envoy, appeared as a shimmering construct of light and energy, its form constantly shifting yet maintaining a distinct humanoid outline. "Greetings, representatives of Earth," Voron communicated, the words forming directly in the minds of the crew rather than through traditional audio channels. "Your response to the quantum beacon indicates a level of technological and cognitive potential we find intriguing." Elena exchanged a quick glance with Kenji. The translation wasn't just linguistic, it was a complete sensory and contextual download that carried layers of meaning beyond simple words. Voron continued, "Your civilization stands at a critical juncture." The quantum beacon was not merely an invitation, but a test. The ship's primary research team gathered around the holographic interface. Dr. Marcus Green, the quantum physics specialist, leaned forward, his analytical mind working overtime to process the complex communication. "A test?" Elena asked, her tactical training making her cautious. "What kind of test?" The alien representative's form pulsed, creating intricate geometric patterns that seemed to carry their own linguistic significance. Civilizations are measured not by their technological capabilities, but by their ability to comprehend complexity beyond their immediate perception. Kenji began documenting the communication, recognizing that each moment was potentially transformative for human understanding. The aliens' communication wasn't just a dialogue, it was a multidimensional probe of human cognitive capabilities. "We have observed your species for considerable time," Voron explained. "Your capacity for adaptation, your nonlinear problem-solving approaches, and your ability to find unity in diversity intrigues us." The transmission carried undercurrents of both assessment and potential threat. It wasn't a straightforward diplomatic exchange, but a complex evaluation of humanity's potential place in a larger galactic context. Professor Watanabe noticed subtle nuances in the communication. The alien wasn't just speaking, it was simultaneously presenting multiple layers of information, testing the crew's ability to process complex, simultaneous data streams. The quantum beacon was a filter, Voron elaborated. Many civilizations receive such invitations. Few can truly comprehend the invitation's deeper meaning. Elena's tactical training kept her alert. This wasn't a simple first contact scenario, it was a sophisticated assessment of human potential. Each response, each reaction was being meticulously analyzed. The ship's quantum communication array began displaying intricate data patterns. The alien transmission was simultaneously testing their technological infrastructure, cognitive processing capabilities, and cultural adaptability. "Your planet exists at a critical evolutionary moment," Voron stated. "You have the technological capability to destroy yourselves, yet you also possess the potential for unprecedented collaborative achievement." Tensions aboard the Horizon grew. This wasn't a peaceful diplomatic mission, it was a comprehensive evaluation that could determine humanity's future on an intergalactic scale. Kenji broke the momentary silence. "What are the parameters of this test?" Voron's form shifted, creating a complex holographic representation that seemed to map potential evolutionary trajectories. Adaptation. Comprehension. Unity. The transmission carried an implicit challenge. Humanity was being invited to demonstrate its worthiness for a broader galactic dialogue, with stakes far beyond traditional diplomatic interactions. As the communication continued, the crew of the Horizon realized they weren't just representing their planet, they were potentially determining the trajectory of human existence on an intergalactic stage. The quantum convergence. Dr. Marcus Green watched the quantum communication interface with intense concentration. The alien transmission had transformed their understanding of physics, revealing layers of scientific complexity that challenged everything humanity thought it knew about interstellar communication. "The quantum entanglement protocols are unlike anything in our current scientific framework," he muttered, tracing holographic data streams that pulsed with impossible mathematical precision. Captain Amira Hassan stood nearby, her navigation expertise now feeling almost primitive compared to the technological marvel unfolding before them. The Horizon's advanced systems were being pushed beyond their design limits, struggling to process the intricate data patterns transmitted by Voron. Lyra, the alien technological interface specialist, materialized as a semi-transparent projection. Unlike Voron's previous communications, this form was more stable, suggesting a deliberate adjustment to human perceptual capabilities. "Your civilization approaches a critical technological threshold," Lyra communicated, her voice a harmonious blend of mathematical precision and emotional nuance. "The quantum communication network we represent is not merely a communication system, it's a living, adaptive intelligence network." Marcus recognized the profound implications. This wasn't just advanced technology, it was a fundamentally different approach to information exchange, where communication itself was a form of complex, evolving intelligence. The ship's quantum array began displaying extraordinary data patterns. Embedded within the transmission were what appeared to be technological blueprints, not just schematics, but adaptive design protocols that could potentially revolutionize human technological understanding. "We are presenting you with a comprehensive technological assessment," Lyra continued. "Your response will determine your potential integration into the broader galactic communication network." Captain Hassan stepped forward. "What are the parameters of this assessment?" Lyra's projection shifted, creating intricate holographic representations that mapped potential technological evolutionary paths. The display showed multiple branching scenarios, each representing different potential human technological developments. "Your civilization stands at a critical juncture," the alien interface explained. "You have developed quantum communication capabilities, but you have not yet understood their true potential. We are offering a comprehensive technological upgrade, but acceptance requires complete cognitive and technological transformation." The implications were staggering. This wasn't a simple technology transfer, it was a fundamental reimagining of human technological potential. Marcus analyzed the transmitted blueprints. They weren't just advanced technological designs, they were adaptive frameworks that could potentially solve multiple scientific challenges simultaneously. Energy production, communication infrastructure, medical technologies, all were represented in these quantum design protocols. The technological leap would be unprecedented, Marcus whispered, his scientific mind racing to comprehend the full scope of the potential transformation. Lyra's projection created a complex three-dimensional representation of potential technological evolution. Each pathway represented a different potential human development trajectory, with quantum communication serving as the foundational infrastructure. "Your acceptance requires more than technological adaptation," the alien interface emphasized. "It demands a fundamental reimagining of your species' cognitive approach to technological development." The crew of the Horizon realized they were experiencing more than a first contact scenario. This was a comprehensive evaluation of humanity's potential for intergalactic technological integration. Captain Hassan recognized the profound diplomatic complexity. This wasn't a simple technological offer, it was a sophisticated assessment of human potential, with implications that could reshape their entire civilization. "What are the risks?" she asked directly. Lyra's projection shifted, displaying potential negative evolutionary scenarios. Technological paths that led to destruction, cognitive fragmentation, and systemic collapse were mapped with mathematical precision. Technological advancement without corresponding ethical and cognitive development leads to systemic failure, the alien interface explained. "Your species must demonstrate not just technological capability, but holistic evolutionary potential." The quantum communication continued, each transmission layer revealing deeper levels of complexity. Humanity was being invited to a technological transformation that went far beyond traditional scientific understanding. Shadows of convergence. Technical specialist Raj Patel's hands moved rapidly across the advanced quantum interface, processing the alien transmission's complex data streams. The Horizon's technological systems were being pushed beyond their design limits, struggling to integrate the extraordinary information being presented. "The technological infrastructure is unprecedented," Raj muttered, his expertise in advanced systems being challenged at every moment. Commander Olivia Bennett observed the unfolding scenario with a strategic leader's keen eye. The diplomatic mission had transformed from a simple first contact scenario into a comprehensive evaluation of human potential. Nexus, the artificial intelligence representing a neutral galactic council, materialized as a holographic projection. Unlike previous alien interfaces, Nexus appeared more calculated, its form a precise geometric construct that seemed to embody pure computational logic. "Your civilization's technological trajectory presents multiple potential outcomes," Nexus communicated, its voice a perfect blend of mathematical precision and contextual understanding. "We are here to assess your adaptive capabilities." The ship's quantum communication array began displaying intricate scenarios. Each projection mapped potential human developmental paths, revealing both extraordinary potential and catastrophic risks. Raj noticed something remarkable in the transmission. The alien technology wasn't just offering advanced systems, it was presenting adaptive frameworks that could fundamentally transform human technological understanding. "The quantum communication network represents more than a technological infrastructure," Nexus explained. "It is a living, adaptive intelligence system that requires comprehensive cognitive integration." Commander Bennett recognized the profound diplomatic complexity. This wasn't a simple technology transfer, it was a sophisticated assessment of humanity's evolutionary potential. "What are the specific parameters of this assessment?" she asked directly. Nexus's projection shifted, creating multiple holographic representations that mapped potential technological and societal development scenarios. Each pathway represented different potential human evolutionary trajectories, with quantum communication serving as the foundational infrastructure. The transmission revealed extraordinary insights. Humanity was being evaluated not just on technological capability, but on its potential for holistic, adaptive development. The alien assessment considered technological advancement, ethical considerations, cognitive flexibility, and collaborative potential. "Your species stands at a critical evolutionary threshold," Nexus communicated. "Technological advancement without corresponding ethical and cognitive development leads to systemic failure." The quantum communication continued, each transmission layer revealing deeper levels of complexity. Humanity was being invited to a transformative journey that challenged every existing understanding of technological and societal development. Raj discovered embedded within the transmission complex technological blueprints that could potentially solve multiple scientific challenges simultaneously. Energy production, communication infrastructure, medical technologies, all were represented in these quantum design protocols. Commander Bennett recognized the extraordinary diplomatic implications. This assessment would determine humanity's potential integration into a broader galactic technological network. "The risks of acceptance are as significant as the risks of rejection," Nexus explained. "Technological transformation requires complete cognitive and systemic recalibration." The holographic projections mapped potential scenarios, some showing extraordinary technological advancement, others revealing potential paths of total systemic collapse. Raj and the research team realized they were experiencing more than a first contact scenario. This was a comprehensive evaluation of humanity's potential for intergalactic technological and societal integration. The quantum communication network continued to pulse, each transmission a complex mathematical invitation that challenged human understanding of technological potential. Resonance of hope. Dr. Emma Thompson stood at the center of the Horizon's primary communication chamber, her expertise in interspecies relations pushed to its absolute limit. The quantum communication network had transformed from a technological transmission to a complex, living dialogue that challenged every existing understanding of diplomatic interaction. Admiral Jacob Foster watched carefully, his decades of diplomatic experience feeling suddenly inadequate in the face of this extraordinary encounter. Arya, the sentient quantum energy being, materialized as a shimmering construct of pure information and energy. Unlike previous alien interfaces, Arya represented a more fluid, interconnected form of intelligence, a living bridge between technological communication and pure consciousness. Humanity's potential is not defined by its current technological state, Arya communicated, the transmission carrying layers of meaning that transcended traditional linguistic communication. It is defined by its capacity for adaptive transformation. The Quantum Communication Network unveiled a comprehensive assessment of human potential. It wasn't just a technological evaluation, it was a holistic examination of humanity's evolutionary trajectory. Admiral Foster recognized the profound moment. What determines our potential for integration? Arya's projection created intricate holographic representations that mapped human developmental scenarios. Each pathway revealed complex interactions between technological advancement, ethical considerations, and collaborative potential. Unity, Arya explained, is not uniformity. It is the ability to maintain individual complexity while creating collaborative potential. The transmission carried embedded technological blueprints that could revolutionize multiple scientific domains. Energy production, communication infrastructure, medical technologies, all were represented in adaptive quantum design protocols. Dr. Thompson analyzed the communication carefully. This was more than a technological offer, it was an invitation to reimagine human potential. The quantum network revealed humanity's strengths, adaptability, innovative thinking, and an extraordinary capacity for collaborative problem-solving. It also highlighted potential risks. Technological advancement without corresponding ethical development could lead to systemic collapse. You stand at a critical evolutionary threshold, Arya communicated. The choice is not between acceptance and rejection, but between transformative adaptation and stagnation. The holographic projections mapped multiple potential futures. Some scenarios showed extraordinary technological advancement, others revealed paths of potential systemic challenges. Admiral Foster understood the profound diplomatic complexity. This assessment would determine humanity's potential integration into a broader galactic technological and societal network. As the quantum communication continued, the crew of the Horizon realized they were witnessing a moment that would fundamentally reshape human understanding of technological and societal potential. The final transmission carried a complex, multi-layered message. Humanity was being invited to a transformative journey, not as a conquered or subservient civilization, but as a potential collaborative partner in a broader, more complex galactic ecosystem. Arya's final communication resonated with a profound sense of possibility. Your potential is not defined by your current limitations, but by your capacity for continuous transformation. The quantum beacon pulsed, a silent, mathematical invitation to a future beyond current comprehension.